Once upon a time, in the heart of ancient India, nestled between verdant forests and shimmering rivers, there lay the serene village of Sukhavati. The villagers, simple yet wise, lived harmoniously with nature, drawing inspiration from the teachings of Buddha, whose wisdom guided their lives. This story revolves around a humble woodcutter named Anand, whose journey through trials and tribulations led him to profound enlightenment. Anand was a quiet man in his early 30s, known for his kind heart and gentle nature. Each day, he would venture into the dense forest with his trusted axe, chopping wood to sell in the village market. Despite his modest means, Anand was content, always ready with a smile and a helping hand. However, beneath this cheerful exterior lay a man troubled by the impermanence of life and the suffering he saw around him. One autumn afternoon, as Anand was deep in the forest, he heard a rustling sound. Curiosity piqued, he followed the noise and stumbled upon an old sage meditating under a massive Bodhi tree. The sage, with his serene countenance and luminous aura, radiated a peaceful energy that immediately drew Anand in. "Namaste, Venerable One," Anand greeted, bowing respectfully. "May I ask what brings you to this forest?" The sage opened his eyes, revealing a gaze filled with compassion. "I am a seeker of truth, my child. I travel wherever the wind takes me, meditating and sharing the teachings of the Blessed One." The Buddha. Anand's heart fluttered with excitement. "Oh, wise sage, I too seek understanding. The world is full of suffering and impermanence. How can one find peace amidst such chaos?" The sage smiled gently. "Sit with me, and I shall tell you a story. Long ago, in a kingdom far to the north, there lived a fierce warrior named Virabhadra. He was known throughout the land for his unmatched strength and bravery. However, his heart was hardened by countless battles, and his mind was clouded by the ceaseless pursuit of power and glory. One day, Virabhadra received a royal command to protect a sacred relic, an ancient Buddha statue believed to possess immense spiritual power. The statue was to be transported through a perilous mountain pass, infested with bandits and wild beasts. Despite his disdain for religious matters, Virabhadra accepted the task, seeing it as an opportunity to prove his valor. As the journey began, Virabhadra and his small band of soldiers moved cautiously through the rugged terrain. The path was treacherous, and the constant threat of ambush kept them on edge. One evening, as they set up camp, an old monk approached them. His robe was tattered, and his face bore the lines of countless hardships. But his eyes shone with a profound inner peace. "Greetings, noble warriors," the monk said with a bow. "I am Bhante Sariputra, a humble servant of the Dharma. May I accompany you on your journey to protect the sacred relic?" Virabhadra, skeptical of the monk's intentions, responded gruffly, "What use is an old man like you in the face of danger? We need fighters, not preachers." Sariputra smiled kindly. "Even the fiercest warriors can benefit from wisdom and compassion. Allow me to join you, and I shall prove my worth." Reluctantly, Virabhadra agreed, and the monk became part of their company. Over the following days, Sariputra's presence began to affect the warriors. He tended to their wounds, cooked their meals, and shared stories of the Buddha's teachings. His calm demeanor and selfless actions gradually softened the hardened hearts of the soldiers, including Virabhadra's. One night, as they camped near a cliff's edge, a fierce storm erupted. The winds howled, and lightning split the sky. Suddenly, a group of bandits ambushed the camp. Their leader, a notorious outlaw known as Kalanemi. The warriors fought bravely, but the bandits outnumbered them. In the chaos, the sacred statue was knocked from its pedestal and teetered on the brink of the cliff. Virabhadra, seeing the statue about to fall, dashed towards it, but he was intercepted by Kalanemi. A brutal fight ensued, and just as Kalanemi was about to deliver a fatal blow, Sariputra stepped between them, his hands raised in a gesture of peace. "Stop this senseless violence," Sariputra implored. "The relic you fight over is but a symbol. The true power of the Buddha lies in his teachings of compassion and wisdom. Lay down your arms, and let us resolve this conflict through understanding." Kalanemi, taken aback by the monk's courage and serenity, hesitated. In that moment, Virabhadra disarmed the bandit and subdued him. The rest of the bandits, witnessing their leader's defeat, fled into the storm. With the threat neutralized, the soldiers secured the relic and tended to their wounds. Virabhadra, deeply moved by Sariputra's bravery and words, approached the monk. "Your wisdom saved us all," he admitted. "I have spent my life in pursuit of power. But today I learned that true strength lies in compassion and understanding." Sariputra placed a hand on Virabhadra's shoulder. "The path to enlightenment is open to all who seek it, my friend. Embrace the teachings of the Buddha, and you will find peace amidst the chaos." Virabhadra, humbled by the monk's words, vowed to change his ways. He became a protector of the Dharma, using his skills to defend the weak and spread the Buddha's teachings. The sacred relic was safely delivered to its destination, and its presence inspired countless people to follow the path of compassion and wisdom. As the sage finished his story, Anand sat in quiet contemplation. The tale resonated deeply with him, shedding light on his own struggles and fears. "Thank you, Venerable One," Anand said, bowing deeply. "I understand now that true peace comes from within. By embracing compassion and wisdom, I can overcome the suffering and impermanence of life." The sage nodded, his eyes twinkling with approval. "Remember, Anand, the journey to enlightenment is not without challenges. But with a steadfast heart and an open mind, you will find the path." Inspired by the sage's story, Anand returned to the village with renewed purpose. He began to incorporate mindfulness and compassion into his daily life, helping his fellow villagers with greater kindness and understanding. He shared the Buddha's teachings, encouraging others to seek inner peace and harmony. Over time, Anand's influence grew, and the village of Sukhavati became a beacon of tranquility and wisdom. People from neighboring villages came to learn from Anand, and the simple woodcutter was revered as a wise teacher and guardian of the Dharma. Anand's journey, like that of Virabhadra, was a testament to the transformative power of compassion and wisdom. Through his actions and teachings, he demonstrated that anyone, regardless of their station in life, could achieve enlightenment and make a profound difference in the world. The story of Anand and the sage, like the tale of Virabhadra and Sariputra, serves as a timeless reminder of the Buddha's teachings. It encourages us to look beyond our fears and desires, to embrace compassion and wisdom, and to find peace amidst the impermanence and suffering of life. As Anand often reminded his fellow villagers, the true path to enlightenment begins with a single step of compassion. Let us walk this path together, and we shall find peace within ourselves and the world around us. And so, the village of Sukhavati thrived, a living testament to the enduring power of the Buddha's teachings, carried forth by the unlikely guardian, Anand, whose heart was as vast as the forest he once called home. In the ancient kingdom of Magadha, nestled among lush forests and serene rivers, there lived a wise and compassionate monk named Ananda. Known for his deep understanding of the Buddha's teachings, Ananda often traveled to distant villages, sharing stories that embodied the principles of love, compassion, and mindfulness. One day, Ananda arrived at a small village named Dharmapuri, where the villagers eagerly awaited his visit. They gathered around a large banyan tree in the village square, ready to listen to his words of wisdom. Sensing their anticipation, Ananda began his tale, weaving a story that would resonate with the hearts and minds of all who listened. Long ago, in a village much like Dharmapuri, there lived a poor farmer named Satyam. Satyam toiled day and night in his fields, but his crops were often destroyed by harsh weather and wild animals. Despite his hardships, Satyam remained a kind and generous soul, always willing to help his neighbors. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a weary traveler arrived in the village. The stranger was dressed in tattered clothes and appeared to have walked a long distance. Satyam, noticing the stranger's plight, approached him with a warm smile. "Welcome, traveler. You must be tired and hungry. Please, come to my home and rest," Satyam offered. The traveler, grateful for Satyam's kindness, nodded and followed him. Satyam prepared a simple meal of rice and vegetables and offered his guest a place to sleep. As they sat together, the traveler introduced himself as Siddhartha. Siddhartha shared his story with Satyam. He was a seeker of truth, wandering from place to place in search of enlightenment. Despite his noble birth, Siddhartha had renounced his royal life to understand the nature of suffering and find a path to true happiness. Satyam listened intently, captivated by Siddhartha's tale. As the night grew darker, Siddhartha spoke of the Four Noble Truths in the Eightfold Path, explaining the essence of the Buddha's teachings. The Four Noble Truths are the foundation of the Buddha's wisdom, Siddhartha began. First, there is suffering in life. Second, suffering arises from attachment and desire. Third, it is possible to end suffering. And fourth, there is a path to end suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path. Satyam was deeply moved by Siddhartha's words. He realized that his own suffering, born of his struggles as a farmer, was part of the universal human experience. Determined to learn more, Satyam asked Siddhartha to stay and teach him the path to enlightenment. Siddhartha agreed to stay with Satyam for a while. And over the next few weeks, he taught Satyam about the Noble Eightfold Path. He explained that the path was a guide to living a life of wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Right understanding, comprehending the true nature of reality and the Four Noble Truths. Right intent, cultivating a mind of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness. Right speech, speaking truthfully, avoiding slander, gossip, and harmful words. Right action, acting in ways that are ethical and beneficial to all beings. Right livelihood, earning a living in a way that does not harm others. Right effort, striving to abandon unwholesome states and cultivate wholesome ones. Right mindfulness, being fully aware of one's thoughts, feelings, and actions. Right concentration, developing deep states of meditative absorption. As Satyam practiced these principles, he noticed profound changes in his life. He became more mindful of his actions and words, and his relationships with others improved. He found joy in the simple act of farming, appreciating the beauty of nature and the interconnectedness of all life. One day, while working in his fields, Satyam discovered a small lotus plant struggling to grow in a muddy pond. Moved by its resilience, he carefully transplanted it to a more favorable spot, where it could thrive. Day by day, the lotus grew, its delicate petals unfolding in the sunlight. Siddhartha saw this and used it as a metaphor for Satyam's own journey. Just as the lotus rises from the mud to bloom in the light, so too can we rise above our suffering to find enlightenment, he said. Satyam understood the lesson. He realized that his struggles and hardships were like the mud, necessary for his growth and transformation. By embracing the teachings of the Buddha, he could rise above his suffering and blossom into a compassionate and wise individual. Years passed, and Satyam became a beacon of light in his village. His farm flourished, and he shared his bounty with those in need. He taught the villagers about the Buddha's teachings, helping them find peace and happiness in their own lives. One day, Siddhartha prepared to continue his journey. Satyam, now a devoted follower, thanked him for the invaluable lessons and the transformation they brought. Remember, Satyam, Siddhartha said before departing, the path to enlightenment is a lifelong journey. Continue to practice mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. Share these teachings with others, and you will spread the light of the Buddha far and wide. Satyam did as Siddhartha advised. He dedicated his life to teaching and helping others, becoming a respected figure in his village and beyond. His story, The Path of the Lotus, was passed down through generations, inspiring countless people to seek the path of wisdom and compassion. As Ananda finished his tale under the banyan tree, the villagers of Dharmapuri sat in reflective silence, moved by the story's profound message. They realized that, like Satyam, they too could transform their lives through the teachings of the Buddha. With a serene smile, Ananda concluded, "May we all strive to be like the lotus, rising above the mud of our suffering to bloom in the light of wisdom and compassion." And so, the story of Satyam and Siddhartha lived on, a timeless testament to the transformative power of the Buddha's teachings.